This is a 990 V6, the latest in the famed 99X series out of the USA, but today we're going to be looking at an alternate universe with the 991 V2. So when it first came out, the 990 V6, a lot of people were a bit unsure about it. I think it was a big change in the design language. It brought in fuel cell, but by this point, if you haven't tried a pair on, you don't really know what you're missing out on. They're a really good shoe. But with the 991 V2, kind of took things a bit more in the traditional route and sort of looked at an alternate universe where the design language is more based on the older 99X series, in particular 991, it's in the name. So the idea there is that it takes a lot of the looks of the original one and then brings in a lot of technologies that then came through the V6. So we'll have a look at the 991. This is the main inspiration for the 991 V2. It's a personal favorite of mine out of the 99X series. It's probably my number one. This is a particularly fancy version, just because that's what I had laying around, because you know. But it's a very classic shoe. When it came out in 2001, it was the first New Balance model to have absorb in the forefoot, which is a pretty big deal, brought a lot of cushioning, and it's kind of like the quintessential 99X series shoe. So that kind of formed the basis of what the V2 was, and then Sam Pearce and the UK design team basically took that shoe and updated it for modern standards. So much like the pods on the 991, we also have a similar sort of design language going on here on the V2, which is it uses Absorb SBS pods in it, so just a bit of an update to the technology. And then it's got NCAP heel support, as well as the fact that they've brought fuel cell into this shoe as well. It's got a full fuel cell midsole all the way along it. So bringing that sort of additional comfort that comes with the V6 into the sort of more traditional 99X design language on the 991 V2. So that's just a quick intro to the 991 V2. You know, they're really good. They're the sort of shoe that you can just put on and not think about, which is what any good 99X series is just a shoe to wear every day and beat into the ground.